In the world of comic news, it looks like we're going to get a Batman who is black. Oh no! Let's talk about it. Hey there, this is Perch. It's interesting to watch this story develop, and I think this is one of those cases where people pay really close attention. They can learn about how comic news manipulates kind of the narrative, how arguments start, how social media and clickbait works, and how kind of we're all getting gamed by a handful of people who are getting very little out of it. I mean, the biggest frustration out of clickbait and a lot of the comic news sites is that there's no money in it. Like there's literally no good money in it. The people who are making the most out of all this could go take an office job in some tech company doing extremely low level project management and make more and probably have more self respect. But the news story itself is about Batman and the fact that there's a big rumor, which may or may not be true, but for a lot of reasons probably is true, and I'll explain why in a moment. That the Batman in 2020, kind of a year from now in the summer, will go through a storyline where Bruce will disappear, become a mentor, kind of fade back, and Batman will be a black man. Or they say Batman will be black, I guess. And the current betting odds is that it's Luke Fox, who was Batwing in the New 52 series, kind of Batwing of the same name. And that it will not be Duke Thomas, who a lot of people assumed was being kind of groomed to be the next Batman in kind of the early work. But he became the Signal. He was going to be something else, something better, I think was what they said in the comic. But the way this news, so first off, is this news? Well, sure. I mean, Batman changing from somebody other than Bruce Wayne is news. It's certainly comic news, no doubt about that. But the news story that the news NEWZ sites would like you to take from this is different from the news that it actually is. So the news it actually is hey, there may be a number, a different character under the hood of Batman, under the cowl of Batman. There may be a new character. But the way that it's going to be portrayed and already being portrayed, and you see it in the headlines. The funny thing about clickbait now is it's becoming lazier and lazier and lazier because the outrage is so easy to get going. It takes no effort for people to get pissed off and angry. So the news sites correspondingly have gotten lazier. It's Batman to be replaced by a black man is what the headline is, or Batman will be black. How will fans respond? Question mark, question mark. And it's that second one that is kind of the tone that they're really going for. And what they're really saying is Batman's going to be black. Huh? Huh? Hey, come on, guys. Everybody get pissed off over this. Give us some clicks. Please. We just need a couple of you to make some tweets like, I'm outraged. And then we're going to make more articles with your tweets. And we're going to say, there's outrage. Why the incel white nationalist trolls of Twitter who are against this Batman being black because they're racist and incels. I'm not sure the incel part. I must not understand what incel means because I mean, from what I understand, it's guy who's not getting sex. Uh, is that what that means? So I don't really. Is the idea that the guy is not getting sex, so therefore he's angry Batman is black? I'm sorry. I'm just too dumb to put those pieces together. I do not understand. But fine. Okay. So the problem with that is it bypasses what could be some legitimate complaints or concerns, or outrage is such an overused word, but if a decent amount of people, I would say, are tired of storylines where the character, the main character, the character that has the book, is swapped out for a different character. Like, oh, he's going to have to, we're gonna have to shuffle him out, and we're going to bring a new character in. We're going to stamp bold new direction on the cover, and it's the problem is I think a lot of fans have started to believe that these are gimmicks designed to artificially just bump sales, and they utilize the race of the character coming in, or the gender, or the sexuality, whatever it might be, to kind of mask themselves from any criticism. That if you say, hey, you know what, this story sucks, they're like, well, you must be racist. It's like, but wait a minute, you went from, I mean, I'll give you an extreme example. It's like, hey, we have this Batman book, and it's written by Frank Miller and drawn by Jim Lee. Oh, we've seen that already, actually. Okay, let's do something else. We've seen that, and that book was terrible. Let's say, okay, it's written by Chris Claremont, and it's drawn by George Perez, and every single issue is 40 pages, and it's beautifully colored, and it's an iconic, series of Batman, and he's going through his rogues gallery of villains. He fought the Riddler, and then Scarecrow, and then Killer Croc, and then the Mad Hatter. I don't know why I threw him in there. And then Zaz, and then finally he learns that it's the Joker, and the Joker has allied with the Court of Owls, and they're doing this huge, big, amazing storyline where everything is going on. Can't Batman possibly survive? And meanwhile, there's some trouble in Bruce's life, and Alfred is in danger of dying. And oh my God, the stakes have never been higher. And oh, that storyline was incredible. Phew, okay, year 2, we're going to go in a bold new direction, and it's going to be written by Rich Johnson of Bleeding Cool and drawn by a series of kind of Vietnamese sweatshop workers that we're going to pay $5 to. Yeah, full new direction, right? It's just as good as it was before. No, it would suck. We all know that. Particularly when you go from an epic, iconic run with iconic creators doing iconic things, and then it's like, hey, here's this bold new direction. We're going to swap out the character. We're going to change his race, maybe his gender, and we're going to throw that out there. And the creative team is going to be kind of a B team. It's a step down from what we had before, and you're going to love it, right? Or let's say we do put Brian Michael Bendis on it, and it's like, hey, what's Bendis going to do? Oh, we're going to take the main character away, and we're going to replace the main character with a younger Black character. And you're like, oh man, Brian, how in the world did you come up with this idea? I mean, this is such a departure from the last 2, 3, I don't know how many times you've done this. And you kind of you look at this and you're like, I don't want this. I would like to have Bruce Wayne fighting some amazing, incredible thing, or hey, let's change Bruce Wayne to Luke Fox and everything else. And you know what? We're going to put a good creative team on it. We're going to put a good art team on it. We're not going to have 5, 8, 10, 50 pages of Luke Fox sitting in a coffee shop having snarky dialogue in the exact same tone, voice, and personality as every other Bendis character for the last 10 years. I mean, will fans respond to it? If the story is good, if the art is good, if the comics are memorable, people will like it. If it's not, if it's half-assed, if it's got a lame creative team, or it's got a creative team that's literally playing the exact same hits, but with Batman instead of Iron Man or Spider-Man or the Legion of Superheroes or Superman, if it's something new, something different, something creative, something that resonates with readers, people will like it. And if it's not, people will not like it. But when they don't like it, you cannot go back to the same tired old well of, well, you must be racist then. It's just that's what a lot of fans, that's what readers have come to believe, is that you're pulling these stunts, and stunt is the right word, to just try and cheaply generate some attention for the book, and then you're very, very quick to respond to any criticism as racist, as opposed to, yeah, maybe this book was not the best effort we could have put forward. And I don't expect the company to say that. That'd be kind of a ridiculous thing to ever expect a company to say. But at the same time, the fight is tired, it's old, and it masks whether a comic is good or not good. And so but you see the news cycle starting up, and you see, and the only people who benefit from this controversy and make zero mistake about it, as much as sites like Bleeding Cool in particular, because they are the absolute most hypocritical worst in this particular area. They will put complete baiting headlines up. They will write articles completely intending to poke this bear. And in some cases, some of the minions there will actively kind of tweet or tag people they know will do the outrage videos and all the rest of that stuff. And they're doing it for one reason and one reason only. It brings people to their boards, it gets people to comment, it gets the article clicked on, and it gets that controversy rolling. And so they set the narrative. And the narrative is, Batman's going to be black, and I'll bet racists are going to be mad. And that's, I'm saying don't fall for it. Try to resist. Resist. Don't fall for this very transparent ploy, because on one hand, I'm tired and irritated and frustrated by these scam artists who are using, race and these other things as a tool to get them more money. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is. It's blatant race baiting to make them money. These are not progressive woke people. These are greedy people. But on the other end, there's a whole other batch of greedy people, and that's the people who are going to take the bait, some knowing that it's bait, and they're going to rush to their computers and they're going to do their videos and they're going to be like, I can't believe it. This is a PC SJW culture. Woke. Batman is black. This must be. I bet there's some blue-haired, purple, multi-piercing, tatted up, liberal that's forcing this stuff up. Just don't make the videos. But of course, they're going to make the videos because they make them and they get their mouth all frothy. And then, they make money. They get those ads, they get those views, they do that. So you may be saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm listening to kind of an angry video right now. Yeah, I guess you are. You're listening to an angry video of somebody going, both of these sides are stupid. Please, just stop. Let's take the comic. Let's open it up. Let's read it. If it's good, hooray, we've got a new comic to read. If it's bad, let's not buy it anymore. And let's say, you know what, this story sucks. I look forward to Bruce coming back. Great. That's a way to do it too. I mean, for the record, I'm fully of the belief that what is going to happen is we're going to get to the end of the City of Bane storyline. We're going to get Batman saying or Bruce, saying I need to take a break from Batman. I'm going to explore this relationship with Catwoman. We're going to have the Bat-Cat relationship. We're going to travel the globe and eat at fancy restaurants and things. There'll be a 12-issue Tom King series of Bat-Cat exploring the relationship and being quirky and fun. And meanwhile, back in Gotham, here's the new Batman, who maybe it's Luke Fox, who's filling in for Bruce while he's away on his, vacation, honeymoon, whatever it is. And, he's doing some stuff. Cool. I think that's what's happening. And that's fine. I mean, again, will the story be good? I don't know. I mean, maybe. I think the problem with King's run in general is we've seen lots of the Bat-Cat hanging out relationship. We've seen quite a bit of it already. So, I mean, we get to see it in Paris now more. Maybe they go to Rome. They go to Rome and some shenanigans, and Catwoman wants to steal something from the Vatican, and yeah, who knows? Batman gets a tattoo. Yeah. Cool. Dark side is. Anyway, my point in all this is let's not fall for it. Let's not fall for the outrage list time. Let's not fall for the headlines. Let's literally stick it to these people who want to bait you into, making some kind of racist tweets that look kind of racist, and you pull them out and you put them in an article and be like, some fans are not having it with Batman being black. Let's just not do it this time. Okay? Let's just avoid it. And to the people doing the outrage videos, hey, you know what? Let's just don't. Let's go ahead. I know. I'm taking money out of your pocket. So let's just not do the $4,500. I know it's like, oh man, it's like 2 video games. It's a whole year of Disney Plus. Let's just, be outraged about something else for a change. Can you? Can we not have the Who's Racist Today game? That would be really awesome. If we could just skip it this time. I think that would be super cool. Because the reality is, and by the way, Is this story real? Probably it's real. Is it Bendis that's going to be writing it? It feels like it's probably going to be Bendis, or at least one of his buddies writing it. Is this the same exact ploy that the folks from Portland used, the last 800 times? Yeah. I mean, this is the Iron Man playbook. I mean, it's almost identical. Does Bleeding Cool get a lot of their news and rumors and hot tips from the Portland crowd? Yeah, that's where 90% of their news comes from. Do we need to be a party to this game again? It's up to you. We can all do it again. If you really want to, we can certainly play the game. But I think it would be super cool, awesome if this time, just this one time, we didn't. Instead, we just decided to just read the comic, like it, not like it, call it a day. I think that'd be cool. Maybe it's just me. Is it just me? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Are you tired of this game? Or is it just me? I'm tired of this game, and I think we'd all be better off if we showed them that, hey, just because we're incels doesn't mean we have to fall for the same old race baiting clickbait article to generate somebody else a lot of money over our tweets. I think we should do that. Now I'm going to go have sex because that's what I'm going to do because I'm an incel, I guess. I don't know. See you later, guys. Actually, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notification, tell a friend, and let's do this smarter. Okay? Cool. Thanks for listening.